What up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry, and you're tuned in to Rodney Perry. Well, you're not tuned in to that at all. You're tuned in to Box Seats. That's right. Box Seats is going down. The fellas are rolling in, and they are ready to rock and roll. Mo is in the building. What's up, Mo?
Yo, what's going on, Rodney? Man,
my camera himself is in the building. What's up, bro?
Man, my camera's all screwed up, man. I'm over here.
All right, get out of here till you get together. All right, up next, Mr. Talent is in the building.
I can't believe he kicked him out like that.
No, he's still working. I'm looking at him. He's still messing with it.
He said, "Get on out of here, get yourself together.
Get yourself together." Nobody want to see that. He's ready. He dancing. Now, hold on, stop right there.
Shoot. Oh God, you should be wearing my shirt, Rodney. The way you just did the intro of the show. You know, see, I got the show on. You know, the energy.
All that.
Rodney,
and now coming to the stage, Bull Pork.
Oh God, that'll be your stripper name?
Yes, sir. With a side of potato salad.
Wow.
Side of potato salad. Go ahead, brother.
What will be your stripper name there, Talent?
You know mine. You know, I actually was one. A meat rack.
Meat rack?
You can pull up some of my movies, you know.
I'm not gonna do that.
I heard you stripping name with T-Bone.
No, that was when I first started.
Oh, okay.
I've grown.
Is that right? Oh God. Meat rack.
Rodney, what's your stripper name, Rodney?
I'm trying to come up with it right now. My name is probably some, caramel balls or something. I don't know.
Frank and Bean.
Frank and Bean.
Mostly
Bean.
Something about Mary. Frank and Bean.
No, man, it's Fluffernutter.
Oh God. Okay.
But on a sports note, I won money this week.
I saw you sharing that. So like, tell me this, Talent, man. What makes you a good bettor? Like, I don't believe it's sports. I feel like the fix is always in. But
it is. And here's the thing. That's the trick. To be a good bettor, really it falls into falling on the right side of the fix, right? So what I do is play it kind of like, don't play it like a know-it-all. Play it like lottery. So let's say this weekend was 4 teams playing, right? You got 4 teams that come out. So what you do is you bet, okay, I think it's going to play this way. Bang, bang, bang. You pick the 4 how you think it's going to play out. But then you be smart and go, but what if that don't happen? What if this happens here, boom, 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 and you run it around? So say I got 3 picks of those same 4 teams with 3 different variations of how it could go. It doesn't matter if 1 out of the 3 hit. I'm still going to be in the winnings of according to what I played. So like this particular ticket cost me $50 to play. I picked 6 picks, but I walk away with $1,500.
That's a great day.
That's a great day right there. And Rodney, I've been waiting all year. I've been hitting 4 picks, 5 picks. Haven't gotten to hit the 6. It's very elusive.
Now, does it get easier when it's a pool of less teams?
Actually, it gets harder because you got less combinations you can play and variations. When you got a lot of stuff going on, you could. It's like lotto tickets. Like I said, you could play these random numbers, these random wins, blah blah blah. You got 5, 6 different tickets, but when you only got a little bit of teams playing, a little bit of combinations you can make. But I got lucky because it was 6 for 6, but I won on 4 of the 6 picks. Was picking all the teams under. Whatever the open under was,
right.
They all went under.
Everybody was under. Now, what was it about Talent to go, it's going to be a defensive night tonight?
Playoffs.
Yeah.
You got to look at teams are going to score less in the playoffs because you're going up in the echelon of talent on teams. So it ain't like it's a regular season and you're playing some random team. if they made it this far to the playoffs, everybody's going to try to figure it
Everybody
out.
defense good.
And it was only one. The only one blowout was the Giants.
Yes, I know somebody didn't tell Philly you supposed to keep the score certain, man, listen.
No, the Giants didn't show up, bro. If the Giants showed up, put it this way, if the Giants showed up and even made it I don't care about winning. They just made it a close game with 7 points. I would have won $6,000 instead of $1,500.
Really? I hear you.
So
I ain't mad at my Giants,
if the Giants get to give you the under, it'll double your money.
Yeah, I still got the under.
Quadruple.
But if the Giants would have kept that game within a touchdown, I would have won on 3 more tickets, which would have totaled $1,500 on times 4, $6,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so one of the 4 tickets won because the Giants messed the other 3 tickets up. But San Fran was on all the tickets. Cincinnati was on all the tickets. Cincinnati was an underdog, and they beat their ass. My heart was with Buffalo. Don't get me wrong, my home and heart, but my sensibility was like, this is going to be a tighter game than people think. Same thing with the Chiefs. The Chiefs haven't been covering all year. Since the first 6 weeks, they haven't covered. So when you see a big point spread with the Chiefs, you take the underdog.
Wow. Hey, I was Rodney Perry. We are here at Box Seats Talent breaking down betting. Hey, are you in the betting mode?
No, man, I ain't betting. I ain't got enough money to be betting, man. Listen, they won't take my card. The real. They
won't take my
card. They won't take my.
Listen.
I'm broke. That's what's wrong with me. I can't be betting. I got to pay my bills. I do bet though. I do bet a little bit, but I'm not really as into it like Talent and a couple other my buddies, but I'll put a wager down.
I follow Mike P out in Vegas, and Mike P is developed a pick business. You ever thought about selling your picks?
Oh, I do. I share them and get a cut if people hit.
Wow.
So because here's the thing, I was hitting a lot this year. This year was crazy. So after the second time in a row, I think I had 2 weeks back to back. The guy who takes my picks in and delivers my money, he was like, "Hey man, I'm copying you, George." Man.
I'm keeping your picks.
He said, "You're the only one been hitting." He said, "You hit 2 in a row." I just want you to know. I said, "No problem." I said, "But 10%, bro." He said, "No problem." So ever since then, he said, "Yo, so and so said it's okay. And y'all can take whatever you want. When it hits, just have my 10%."
Wow, how about that? Hey, as Drama says, this football talk. Hey, this is Box Seats, comedy and sports meet. Dallas and the 49ers, man. A defensive game. But the 49ers find a way to get wide open.
Yeah, they do.
Man, let's talk about the 49ers, man. It seemed like they kind of got better with the new young quarterback. I mean, they had Garoppolo, they had the Justin Fields out there, and now is this guy the 3rd string quarterback?
He is. He's the 3rd string, but
the last man drafted too.
This is what we're trying to say with the Jets is like when your team is complete on the other end, all you got to do is work through the system, and it's his game to lose. If you watch San Francisco, he's perfect. He's looking real perfect because he's playing a very right to the system. He's not trying to do too much. He's not trying to. That's where a lot of people will make the mistake because you've been riding that pine for so long, and you get a chance to go in. You're like, "Oh, I'm gonna show him," and blah blah. All he had to do is stick to the script, and that's what he did, and he's looking fantastic.
Mo, man, the Dallas Cowboys, man. Talk to me about the Cowboys. I mean, they catch all the flack all year, and they get there, and Dak throws like 4 picks, man. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, someone told me at the end of the game, Dak threw his helmet and it got intercepted. So,
funny.
Yeah, listen, the Cowboys, this is every year with them, man. Every year with them, they claim that's why I hate Cowboy fans, because they come out every year, we gonna win the chip. We gonna win the chip. And then they wind up in the studio making a remake of their old hip-hop song. called "Wait Till Next Year." That's all they doing. They in the studio right now making a remix. They got New Edition on the background. You know what I'm saying? They got Timbaland on the beat. And they got Jay-Z writing the lyrics. It's called "Wait Till Next Year." Because that's all they do is wait till next year. They don't never win nothing. They always wait until next year.
They should come out to that Bad Boy song. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going.
Wow.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going. That's Dallas all day.
Wow.
Yeah, Dallas needs to. Man, they got a lot of work to do. I know. Jerry Jones is walking around the Dallas facility right now. Anybody that come to him talking about contract, he like Big Red and the 5 Heartbeats. My office hours is from 9 to 5. Not
my favorite meme. If you look online, they do that Boys to the Man end of the road.
Yeah,
and they put Jerry Jones' face and Dak on Boys to Men.
Let me tell you something. The internet is so undefeated when it comes to Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
man. Let's talk about Buffalo and the Bengals, man. 2 teams, both have a horrible track record in Super Bowls, but the Bengals are looking like maybe this is their year. Is this the Cincinnati Bengals year, Talent?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't put them in the same bucket because the Bengals had a chance to give you the icky shekel. So
Right.
that means they won. They won one. Buffalo's been plenty of times. It's been elusive to them. This game here, and this is the reason I took the Bengals and was able to prevail on this joint. They had the nerve to be giving the Bengals 7 points, and they were kind of the same team to me.
Right.
The only difference in Buffalo team and the Bengals is the poise in Joe Burrows. Joe Burrow got,
but wouldn't you say that the doggone Josh Allen is more mobile though?
Yeah, but that's a problem though. What I'm noticing in the big game is, again, I go back to the young boy who's 3rd string playing for San Fran. You got to get in there and play within the system. When you don't have a system to play within and it forces you to do all this miraculous stuff, we've seen it happen with Lamar Jackson, with the Ravens. We've seen it. Look at all the mobile quarterbacks who are not in the playoffs right now.
Wow.
Look at the Aaron Rodgers on the sideline. You know what I mean? Look at all those young bucks that we watch from Fields to every young boy that they've been writing about. Jets, John, everybody included, they somehow get knocked out because if you don't have a game plan and you are the game plan, it doesn't take long for a defense to figure that out. And the defense figured out your boy. So he was only able to get 2 or 3 in the whole course of the game where he was able to work his mobile magic, if you will. On the other hand, Joe Burrow has a system. And I kept watching the game and sitting to the people next to me. Look what he's doing. Handoff, throw. Handoff, throw. Handoff, throw. I said he's building it off of the back of the run. So and they were getting some really good runs. So once the runs were breaking open for 10, 15, 17 yards, the defense changes up because the run just got 17 yards. That's how you catch them sleeping with your pass game.
Wow. Mo, what's your thoughts?
Listen, I'm just glad that nobody else had a heart attack after that losing ass game that Buffalo. Too soon?
It's okay.
Too soon? It's too
It's
soon?
okay.
Man, Buffalo, first of all, I wouldn't put Cincinnati in the same realm as teams that don't win the Super Bowl because I think I only know Cincinnati to go twice. Once against the 49ers and last year, that's it. When Buffalo had been how many times in a row? They've been there 1,800 gazillion million times and can't come out with a W, But Buffalo, number one, you seen the missing of Von Miller yesterday. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have that closer. They didn't have that stopping right there where they needed that. That was the one key piece that they was missing. Had they had Von Miller, man, it probably would have been a better game, and probably Buffalo probably could have pulled it out because they needed some stops and they couldn't get the stops. Bengals were just marching downfield on them, man, like, you know, without no purpose at all. They were just there.
All right, guys, let's shift it up. You got Kansas City, which I think is a team to beat. Are the Eagles in trouble, or will the Eagles do what they've been doing all year and run over Kansas City?
I don't think
the Eagles get past this next one. They ain't gonna see Kansas City.
Yeah, the Eagles are playing Kansas City this weekend.
I think that the Eagles play San Fran.
Yeah.
I think San Fran is more complete, more consistent. The defense is going very well. So I think that they're going to lose out in a good game. This game's going to be close, maybe a touchdown, 10 points the most. But I think they lose
But stay right there, Talent, because you say all the time, once they get tape on you, it gets a little harder. They got a pretty good section of tape on this QB. They can. I think Kansas City at the very least. I don't know, man. I think they can beat.
Hold on, before you get to Kansas City, you're jumping the gun. Don't worry about Kansas City. Let's worry about the Eagles first. Eagles got a problem with.
Eagles. I'm sorry. Yeah,
the Eagles got a problem. Here's the thing about tape. It's been 8 weeks, Rodney. It's been 8 weeks of tape on this boy. Everybody been looking at tape for 8 weeks.
Right.
It's what I mean by it. When it's just you, I think tapes help. When it's a system and a team, 11 players out there, that's a lot harder, right? It's like somebody said something very important yesterday that for all my years of watching football and bad weather, never really dawned on me. But so you see it was snowing at the Buffalo game.
Right.
And one of the guys said something that was very profound. He's like, see, when weather's bad and the ground is bad, your offense has to be on constant attack to give leverage because the defense is at a disadvantage because offense knows where they're going. Defense don't know. They're playing defense on you to try to figure out and cut you off at the pass or figure where you're going. So the person who doesn't know, his stoppage in that kind of weather is horrible. So you're at the advantage if you keep your foot on the gas as an offense. This is what San Fran is showing us in the last 8 weeks. They get out there, bro, and they put their foot on the gas and they keep it on the gas, and they don't even get conservative. I don't care if it's 5 minutes left, 4 minutes, 2 minutes. They keep their foot on the gas. You can watch all the tape you want, but the boy not doing nothing crazy out of character. So I don't know how good tape's going to help you, right?
Hey, Mo, man, the Eagles. Can they get it done, man? I think they can. You?
I don't think so. I think San Francisco is a more complete team, and with the addition of McCaffrey, that takes them to another level because now when you trying to stop the run, you know you got to either worry about Deebo Samuels or McCaffrey, and they got another running back in there.
Deebo Samuels not a game either.
Yeah, neither one. I mean, by themselves, even without McCaffrey, San Francisco was already a championship, Super Bowl team. They were right to go even without.
They had 24 yards in the first half yesterday, and they still were able to get it done.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's not going to be a walk in the park with Philly. Philly's going to give them a fight. It ain't like they is going to walk in and, Georgia TCU type, stuff. But
hey, how about this? How about this? Rodney Perry, conspiracy guy talent. Did Dallas throw the game? I mean, 4 random picks, and you stop a team 24 yards in the first half, and they got 2,000 yards in the second half.
Well, you just said you're a fan of watching tape. What do you think they do at halftime? They're going in and cut some quick tape on what went wrong in the first half. So they said, we got to stop the bleeding. They're kicking our ass. We're not getting no yardage, blah, blah, blah. And they came out and got right on top of it.
And who ran it in the first one? Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, but here's my thing. He's right. Mo's right about one thing right here is that this team was already bona fide without the addition of a McCaffrey. A lot of weapons offense and defense and special team. Now you add McCarthy. He's right. When you add these dimensions of weapons, you give. Let's go back to tape. You go on tape. You got a lot of assignments to cover now. You know, just when we thought, oh, we're gonna plug this hole and you get on him, then they add somebody else to the mix. Like, wait a minute. If we put everybody over there and they come out the middle here, we thin the haired slice right here. So you make the defense stay on their toes. You make them work. They know you got weapons. They got their eyes on certain people, and those people are going to be double team, triple team, safety help, all type of defensive schemes to try to get the ball, keep the ball out of their hands.
Hey, Mo.
Yeah.
Is Christian McCaffrey the best back in the playoffs right now?
No.
Who's better?
Deebo Samuels, his teammate.
Wow.
I'm gonna give it to Samuels. Even though Christian McCaffrey,
because he catches passes too. I mean, they both catch passes and run.
Yeah, but I think Deebo Samuels, he got that cut. That, you know, he got that maneuver.
Stop right there, Mo. Talent. Is Mo losing his damn mind?
I don't know. Let's see him cut again. So cut, Mo. Mo, no, I agree with Mo. I think Debo's the best back in the playoffs right now because McCaffrey, they're both dual backs. They're playing three different positions. They're catching the ball and running the ball, coming out the backfield, screen passes, trick plays. They're doing it all. But if you want the option of the play going further than it is, you put your money on Debo a little more than you would McCaffrey. McCaffrey's like a great additive, but Debo, he one of them dudes turn 10 into 20. Easy.
Mo, stop right there. Mo, tell me talent is losing his mind. What about Joe Mixon?
Nah, man. I mean, Joe Mixon is good. We're not taking nothing away from him, man. But you talk about first
You're not taking nothing away. You're taking everything away.
No, I'm not taking everything away. Mixon's still a beast. You know, he might not be the top one, but he in the top tier. You know, as long as I'm in the top 10, I'm good with it. Good with it. Come on, man. Good with it.
Oh, God. All right, guys.
Oh, God. Oh, man. I can't get nobody to agree with me.
I'm agreeing with you, man. Hey. Hey, we saw this. This is not sports, but it's sports.
What's that?
Shannon Sharp at the game, the Lakers versus Memphis, and almost ends up fighting everybody. Talent, man. I mean, we love Shannon Sharp, man. He is not the dude to be messing with on the sideline.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Shannon is a disgruntled employee at his real job. So he out here in these streets. You know how you mad at something totally different? And nobody can say that to you because you're human. You're already on 10 inside. So here's the thing. And I said to myself, when I seen this, I said, damn, I can't wait to see Rodney Perry and Mike Sean to tell them that they have lost the battle of the number one LeBron fan.
Wow. For sure.
This Negro, he loves him some LeBron. He about to get into a fight, which is an extension of LeBron over LeBron.
LeBron didn't even come nowhere near it.
LeBron's on the court beefing with the young boys. I'm tired of y'all gonna stop disrespecting me, blah, 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 blah. So when he get the ball right after the altercation, Ron goes coast to coast, bomb, banging on him, talking smack. Shannon talking smack on the side too. Yeah, he too little for LeBron. Him want all that, blah, blah. The family of the players is where he's sitting at. So they turn around and shut up. You don't know what you're talking. Man, you shut. You don't want it. You don't want this smoke. And here's the thing. I know we watch a lot of TV because I get this a lot when I'm out performing. Oh man, I know you're a tall guy like that. I know he's a big guy. Because you're looking at TV, which is this big.
Right.
But when I come out that TV, I'm live actual size, right? So they probably think that
all 6'8". All 6'8".
Up. That boy stood up. The sweater, you see the sweater he had on? The sweater
was this big.
Bro, so I know he had that face that looked back like, I don't want this smoke. And it was at that moment they realized, you know what? Maybe we don't want all this.
Leave that man alone.
No.
Mo, hold on, Mo. Shannon Sharp, like Tyler said, is a big dude, man.
Hey, he's a monster.
Hey, Mo, would you tussle with Shannon Sharp?
Man, I don't even want to tussle with my belt.
Ah!
Listen, did you see when they were escorting Shannon Sharp and all of a sudden the entourage got behind the security talking about, yeah, what you gonna do now?
But Mo, Shannon Sharp is still 50 years old.
Listen, Shannon Sharp ain't a regular 50. I'm 55. Shannon Sharp ain't a regular 50-year-old. He 50 by age, but he probably 35 in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Shannon Sharp is in shape. The only thing that pissed me off is he had all that smoke for Minnesota, but when he go to work, he ain't got no smoke for Skip. He just let Skip run amok. You know what I'm saying?
We doing that, Mo?
What? It was somebody.
Let's talk about that.
It had to be said.
Let's talk about that, Mo. Is it that he don't have smoke for Skip, or he trying to keep his damn job?
Come on, man. Like Shannon Sharp can't get a job somewhere else. Like he really got to be.
If you choke the shit out of Skip Bayless, no.
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can.
Where?
Boxing.
Look, if he would have gotten a fight, hold on, Mo. If he would have gotten a fight at that basketball game, he'd have been fired.
He got another job. It ain't like he'd be the first brother to choke a black man. I mean, look at Spreewell. He still got a job.
Where?
With the Knicks. He choked PJ Carmissimo and went to the Knicks.
Oh, you mean after he choked him?
Yeah, he choked him. Remember that? Listen, Shannon Sharp, I give Shannon Sharp all the respect in the world. I really do. And I am not tussling. I ain't got an argument with Shannon. If I'm in line and Shannon Sharp punked me and I'm with my wife, shut up, woman. That's Shannon Sharp.
First of all, big dudes don't tussle. That's first of all.
Right.
It don't tussle. They throw people around. They ragdoll you. Ain't no tussle. Tussle is two people got a shot at it. And in the beginning, you ain't tussling at that point. It is about you taking out the trash. Let's keep in mind, he's disgruntled already.
Yeah.
So it didn't take much to go from 0 to 60 in that situation, but cooler heads prevail because he didn't. You know, one thing about Shannon is he's a smart enough dude to not really put his hands on you per se. He gonna talk his smack. He gonna do that. Everybody got a right to do that. But as long as nobody invades your personal space and your body and put the hands on you and stuff like that, that's all it is talk.
Yeah. Shannon Sharp,
LeBron James on track, Mo, to take Kareem's record down. Kareem is pissed. Kareem, like, he don't want nobody to take his record. What's your thoughts with this scoring record going down? And will we ever see somebody attack the record again in our lifetime?
Yeah. Number one, I'm not impressed with the scoring is so easy these days that all these records are being broken. You know, right. Oscar Robertson record was broken. Reggie Miller record was broken. You know, I mean, I'm not Reggie, but Ray Allen record was broken. Now we talking about Kareem. You know, and just remember though, Kareem did this with no 3-pointers. He ain't had no 3-pointers back then, so he made all his points.
But he had a shot nobody could block either.
You're right, yeah, you're right. But that 3-point, that extra point, helps you get to that record quicker. You know, it does. There was no 3-point line, so I think
we know LeBron ain't no great 3-point shooter either, though.
But he's made a fair shot. Listen, whatever ones he did made went towards that record.
Wow, talent. LeBron James approaching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record. Will we see somebody break this record in our lifetime?
I don't know, but my thing is, what took him so long?
Wow, really?
20 damn years. You're not impressing me. That's like somebody take 20 years to pay me back my $100. I paid it back. It took you 20 years ago, bro. I've been homeless 3 times. I went to jail. I needed that $100.
Oh, shit.
You okay over there?
Mo having some trouble.
Yeah, Mo's oh shit.
Mo is going through some over there.
I tell you, Mo's house is a group home, and it's a lot going on, bro.
Hey, you know, I was sad to see go down during the game last night. Is the young man from Memphis, the running back Pollard. It's always sad to see somebody take one of those injuries, man. He goes down. Probably the game turns on that moment. What's your take on Pollard getting up out of there? And what happened to Zeke?
Zeke was down there having lunch with the Giants because he didn't show up either.
Wow.
He was out. He was hanging with the Giants. He didn't show up either. Matter of fact, I think I just seen Zeke walking down the street, looking for
what wrong team I call out? Who I call out the wrong team?
Who's that?
I know I said KC when I was supposed to say the Eagles, but I did it one time. You shut up, LA. All right. Put your ass on these Madden sticks. See you call out the wrong team. No, but Pollard goes down, talent, man. In your opinion, is that why the game turned?
I don't think so, man. When you look at the beginning of the game, the very beginning, the fire just wasn't matched to me from the beginning. Like one team came out there to do business, and one team thought it was just gonna, I guess, fall in place for them. You know what I mean? If you look at all the games this weekend, 3 out of the 4 had that common thing going on, where one team came out, was trying to make it happen. Like when you cut the TV on, you see first quarter, 11 minutes left, and the score 7-zip. Whoever scored that 7, they about their business. They came out on their first possession and ain't waste no time and got into that end zone. That team is there to play and make business. Here's the thing about football. What they all figured out is the big football secret. The secret is that you'll never hear anybody admit to is this. By the fourth quarter, nigga, we all tired. This is a real secret. By the fourth quarter, they're either sore, bruised up, or just fatigued and tired and on their last win. And it's all about the clock now. So the teams that kind of give into that realization, those coaches try to run up the score early in the first 2 to 3 quarters because they know what's coming. What's inevitable is we're going to be fatigued in the final quarter. So at least if we can get a cushion, a 2-3 score cushion, then all we got to do is hold our ground, and they can score once here, a field goal here, whatever, and we still have enough to hold on to victory. Because that's the truth of football, bro. I've been looking at this, and we expect teams to just give us 4 quarters at the same level. That's not going to happen. You're on mute, Rodney. You're mute. There you go.
No, I'm muted. Coming up in the NBA for today. Hey, today at 7 p.m. We got the Celtics and the Magic. 7 p.m. The Bulls take on the Hawks at 8 p.m. Shut up, Siri. The Rockets face the Timberwolves at 8 p.m. The Jazz face the Hornets at 9. Now, if I wanted her to say something, she wouldn't say that.
See, that's why you can't be asking her questions, bro. She don't care.
How my man say on 5 Hobbies, you ain't got your girl in check, Rodney?
Not at all. Not at all. What's my working hours? 9 to 5. All right, guys. There was a lot of great 49ers at the game last night. Jerry Rice and Flavor Flav have been kicking it, looks like. Jerry Rice had a big-ass chain.
Yeah.
A Flavor Flav size chain with the 49er helmet on it.
I've seen that.
Yeah, would you rock this jewelry? Would you rock this Jerry Rice jewelry?
He getting high.
What he doing?
He getting high. When you got money and getting high, you get chains like that. Jerry Rice too goddamn old to be getting new rapper chains right now. You think I care?
Jerry Rice got to be what? 60?
Come on, man. Man, he a grown ass man. I'm not even 60, and I'm not getting no big ass rapper chain. Like for what? It ain't gonna do nothing for me, bro.
Nothing.
Ain't gonna do nothing for me. Jerry Rice. Don't get me wrong. I love to see the great players come back to their alma maters and cheer them on and root on and celebrate it because it's like a fraternity, if you will. They're forever. They're brotherhoods forever. So it's good to see the alumni come back, support it, and all that. Look at Michael Irvin. He do all the Dallas games. He's always there. He wanted to cry yesterday, but still.
He probably should have cried. Mo.
You know he gonna cry.
Mo, you look like you're a rock one of them chains, man. You got some chains hanging on that wall back there?
No, man. I ain't got the only thing on this wall back here is the damn Christmas thing. My wife won't take them down. She's so lazy. She still got the Christmas
She's
stuff.
So up. Lazy. Mo, don't ever say that in public. Goodness gracious, boy.
She don't watch. She don't watch this. People who do watch this will see her. So she's so lazy.
Gracious.
Nah, man. I'm not watching no
Kittle. George Kittle, Mo.
George Kittle.
Standout game. Dude, he almost took the hit of the year, but it missed. If he takes that hit, bobble, take the hit, that could have been a big difference in the game, but he pulls it in, avoids the hit. George Kittle had the game of his life last night, didn't he?
Yeah, George Kittle was on his Jay-Z. I'm fully focused, man. Tell him to come holler at me, man. He was. And that catch he made, I mean, that wasn't even the play. The play had gotten broken up.
Right, it was a broken play.
It was a broken play, but Kittle stuck with it. And the young man, the quarterback's name, I'm losing his name right now. But he stuck with it too. Seeing Kittle made the throw, and Kittle he was concentrating. He had to concentrate. And that's where like Talent was saying, with them teams just taking up another notch. That's that extra notch that you gotta have. That's that notch that Dak Prescott didn't have yesterday.
Oh wow, you had to call out Dak Prescott. Talent. Kittle had a game of his life. Oh my God, what great plays down the stretch, right?
Yeah, I mean, but this is what the playoffs is, bro. You need that player to step up. I just finished telling you about the end of the game, down the stretch, and fatigue, right? There got to be players out there that for 3 quarters, you ain't did much. You should have some energy. We need to tap into you. And he came through in the clutch and had to make those big plays. I mean, every team got him. But do they tap in? That's the difference maker of who takes home the victory. Shout out to Kittles, man. Good shit.
Hey, yo, Stephon Diggs and the Bills expressed some frustration with the Bengals' loss. There's some complaining that the referees made some calls that were a little suspect. I mean, at the end of the day, you win, you lose. But ain't it hard to lose when the referees affect the game like that? Or am I tripping? Talent.
I didn't think we had that many bad calls. And even the 1 or 2 bad calls we witnessed yesterday.
You don't need but 1 or 2 to mess a game up.
Well, not if you give it back. They gave it back. I seen the bad calls I seen, they gave it right back. You know what I mean? Oh, wow. The one I thought should have been touched, they took it away. Then the one I thought they shouldn't, they gave it back. So sometimes they can live a lot. They do it in basketball too all the time. However,
like a makeup call.
Exactly. But I don't see any major calls in the game yesterday that I could say caused the game or the turn of the game. There was no calls like that. As a matter of fact, I was applauding the refs for a lot of the no calls. Let them boys play. I don't like the tit for tat to bail people out of a game. I don't like that kind of football. You can watch a game and watch the little knick-knack calls that march a team down, and you affect the game that way. So these boys are not playing; they're winning by penalty points and yards.
Wow. Hey, did you see anything, Mo, that made you kind of give him a side eye?
No, I ain't seen nothing like that. And it, like Talon said, if there was a bad call, they got it back. My whole thing is that Buffalo should have never been in position to allow a call to mess up the game. They should have been ahead. They should have been playing better football so that even if they did get a bad call, it don't affect the game. We still going to get this W. That's where I see it.
Buffalo looked like they wasn't even at home. They looked like they was like, oh my God, what is this, snow?
Yeah. Like I heard people in the stands, who they. They were yelling. I didn't hear nothing about Bills Mafia. The Mafia must listen. They got caught. They done. The feds came in and swooped them up. because I heard nothing but who they think gonna beat them Bengals.
The fans got
Yeah.
Hey, the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are tuning up for a pretty decent game coming up.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Report this regular like everything else.
Yeah.
The Knicks are scheduled to play the Cavaliers. I like the Knicks, man. Knicks having a great season. Talon, talk to me about your Knicks, man. And what do they hash out of the playoffs right now?
Right now we looking good. We're looking in that 5th seed, and everything above us is only within 2-3 games. So we're looking really good in the Eastern Conference. We was dealt a blow by Robinson having to get the little surgery on the hand real quick. That's our big guy that scraped those boards so lovely, but he's out. So now with him out, the rumor is we're looking, depending on how long he's going to be out, we're looking to make the trade deadline to grab Serge Ibaka, who's unhappy in Milwaukee.
I like that. I like Serge Ibaka in a Knicks jersey.
I do too.
Hey Mo, Serge come to town. Is that a good look?
Yeah, I'll take Serge Ibaka, and to have him there, and when Robinson come back, to have him coming off the bench, I'll take Serge Ibaka all day long. Me and Frank, we talked about that Friday. We were talking about where can Serge Ibaka land. First I said Golden State, because that's a good spot for him too, if he goes to Golden State. But to come in New York, because we do, since Mitchell Robinson's been gone, I think we haven't won a game yet since he's been gone.
Right,
and they just, they driving in the middle, they driving in the paint on us, you know what I'm saying? They coming through. We can't stop nothing. We couldn't stop a cold. It's like a black man in Manhattan trying to stop a taxi. Ain't nothing happening. Ain't nobody stopping it. So Serge Ibaka would be a great fit for New York.
Hey man, what's dope nowadays? The trend is athletes and former athletes having their podcasts. Pat Bev got a podcast. The young men. It's a few podcasts out there. I don't know if I'm cool with current athletes going and do a podcast right after the game. What y'all think, man?
I mean, everybody wants the exclusive, Rodney. I mean, if you got a podcast, that's a good grab for you. Again, I'm like you though. If I'm running a team or the coach or whatever, it might not make me happy. I might not want to allow that because we need to go over the game. We need to, maybe not rush out. You know how you always say first in the gym, last to go home. The game is not over because the game is over to me. A good coach or a good organization, the same way they get to the gym early and meet up and have their conferences, you got to have that same thing at the end. It's the equivalent of homework if you look at school. Because somebody said I was looking at a debate and somebody's like, "Oh, we don't need homework. School should be over when you leave the doors. When you leave school, homework serves two purposes. It keeps the learning fresh in your mind. That's how you remember things. That's how you gain knowledge. Knowledge is not me just reading it, saying it to you, and walking away because it could disappear real fast. Homework sustains the learning, sustains the mind connected to whatever said subject of the homework is. So if it's math. You keep you on your P's and Q's with the math. You got all this stuff that sticks with you is by repetition. So with this case of him running out of the game and right to a podcast, like I said, on one side it's good because if it's my podcast, I'm happy as hell. We're sitting here with so-and-so. They just finished the game fresh off the floor. The sweat is on the microphone. You know what I mean? It's intense for your show. But organization-wise, player-wise, maybe not so good.
Hey, Mo, man, speaking of homework, man, as I'm going through the show, I said to myself, what could be a nice little segment for us? Here we go. I know you're probably gonna come together with some fly, Mo.
All right, man. We ready to get into the sit your ass down. Oh man, I got some of them that was a holdover from last week. That just had to keep it in there. Brett Maher, kicker for the Dallas Cowboys. Sit your missing ass down. He missed first.
He did good. He did good this week.
Yeah, he did all right. You know what I'm saying? He came home with cheese. It was government cheese.
Hilarious.
He missed the first 4 PATs in the wild card game. I know in the locker room, somebody rolled up on him and said, I don't even know what you're celebrating for. You lucky we won. You better kick it in gear before you get kicked off the team. Sit your ass down. Aaron Rodgers, sit your ass down. I'm sick of Aaron Rodgers' subliminal messages, and that's how he lost Devontae Adams. Green Bay paid him over $150 million, $40 million signing bonus, possible another $150 million in the next 3 years. And he talking like he could just up and leave. I'm glad Gronk checked him about talking about winning MVPs because Aaron Rodgers is addicted to himself. He is an addicted person, and he don't know self-centeredness is the core of his disease. He think he got everything under control, but he don't realize control is no longer an option the moment it's suggested. Sit your ass down.
Hey, Mo, hold on. I'm gonna cut you off. You giving some therapy. I like this. It's beautiful. Go ahead. Finish.
I'm trying, Rodney. I'm trying to sit your ass down. I got to be good every week. Jabari Smith Jr. of the Houston Rockets. I never knew who he was, and I don't know your daddy ass down.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, he had the nerve to be disrespecting the king, calling him old. Talking about his father was on the team against him the night he played the first game. What? Did the doctor leave the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck too long? I understand you had to do something because no one knew you and no one knew who your father was until that night. But since you want to call people old, James showed you what old looked like by dropping 48 on your young ass. Here's some old school songs that went through LeBron's head when he was playing the game. God.
Go ahead.
First he was DMX. Where my dog's at? We right here, dog. Then he went to Public Enemy. Don't believe the hype. You think I'm old? Don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
Then he went to Brand Nubian. Oh, you want some more? Punks jump up to get beat down. And at the end of it, he went straight LL Cool J. Don't call it a comeback.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I need love.
No, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. And the last one, Dallas Cowboy fans.
No, that's the whole community.
I swear to God, everybody from the mama to the baby to the uncle to whoever wearing that blue star, you know what I'm saying? It ain't a team. That's the rating. 1 star. Sit your ass down. Every year they talking about we going to the Super Bowl. We going to the Super Bowl. Your team can't even get to the supermarket. Sit your ass down. Y'all, Cowboy fans are like Charlie Brown trying to kick the football, and as soon as it get close, it get swiped right away from your ass. You know Jerry Jones is walking around there smacking people all day long. It seems like Dallas fans, like I said earlier, they always singing that same old song. Ooh, ooh, wait till next year. Ooh, ooh, wait till next year. Ooh, ooh. Sit your ass down. That's my segment, baby.
And you know what's funny, Dallas? That's the epitome of what I was saying at the beginning of the show about betting, right? Last week I won money. I needed Dallas to help me win money, and they won. And then this week I needed them to get their asses beat. And won.
Listen,
so good money.
Two fans I hate: Dallas fans and Patriot fans. Oh my gosh!
I got to throw Pittsburgh in there. All 3 of them for me, trifecta.
Yeah, wow. I give you, the Pittsburgh ain't done nothing to be rowdy. They don't get rowdy. They get rowdy.
They're very obnoxious.
They get rowdy. They get rowdy. But you got to think, like the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, maybe the Bears. Some of these teams are so old they got fans that are a little belligerent.
But you know what I like about Philly fans, right? Philly fans, you don't know how ruthless they are unless you actually go to the game.
You got to go. The Raider fans, have you ever been to the Raider game?
Yeah. They'll be your friend all day and night. As soon as you get to the game, you don't know this nigga. They'll bust a bottle up on your head in the middle of that game. Same dude who played Spain with earlier.
You know what? We have 49 minutes after the hour. Let's do a top 10. Top 10 worst fans.
Top 10 worst fans
in the NFL.
Oh, just the NFL?
Well, Philly.
Oh, give me one.
Yeah, Cleveland. Cleveland.
Okay.
Cleveland. The Cleveland dog pound. Oh, they so annoying. Like they still the Arsenio Hall show.
That's probably where Arsenio he got it from. The dog pound, because he's from Cleveland.
Yeah, I know. He walked to the show every day. He said, I just walked in from Cleveland.
Hilarious. Hey, Talent.
I'm gonna throw Philly in there, brother.
Philly.
I had a white man curse me out. I'm gonna throw Philly in there.
Philly is one of them places too. They just bad people. Philly booed Santa Claus. I never forget that.
I remember that. All
right, we got Cleveland. We got Philly. Worst fans.
Who you got, Rodney?
I'm gonna throw Denver in there.
Denver?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna throw Denver. You got to go to Denver to feel it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But them Broncos fans, and it's cold. The weed be freeze dried. I'm going Denver.
I'm gonna see you Denver, and I'm gonna raise you Saints.
Oh,
Saints. The Saints is the one that they, created that 12th man, if you will. That expression that was created through New Orleans Saints.
Yeah. And the only good thing about the Saints is after the game you can go get a po' boy at a gas station.
Well, listen, I'm gonna see your Denver and your Saints, and I'm gonna raise you New England Patriot fans.
New England.
Yes, listen, I live up here, right? All day on social media, all I've been hearing was the Giants ain't this, the Giants ain't that. Your team, I'm like, did your team even make it? As far as I realized, the Giants been playing with house money since week 6. We weren't even supposed to win but 5 games. So we've been playing with house money. One guy told me he'd rather not play the playoff game than to get to be suspect in the game. I'm saying you'd rather give up a check just because you think you might lose? New England Patriot fans suck.
All right. He threw in New England. I'm gonna say the Raiders.
Yep, that's on the list.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I just get my hair cut at a Raider barbershop in Oakland. These dudes would be bragging about who they threw out the stands. Yeah. So, hey, they was in there rooting too hard. They threw them out.
But hold on, though. You know it's crazy. What do we expect from the Raiders? Your logo is missing an eye. The logo has an eye patch. That tell you everything right there. The logo was in a fight before they put him on the helmet.
Wow.
Listen, the name alone is terrifying.
Talent you up.
I'm gonna see your Raiders, and I'm gonna raise you, and you ain't gonna understand this, but I'm gonna raise you and say Detroit. I don't care what sport you go to in Detroit.
Anything in Detroit.
It's very depressed.
Pickleball in Detroit.
Whoop your ass at pickleball. I think I got jumped playing checkers back in '97 in the hotel lobby. I'm playing checkers '97. I never forget. Hotel lobby waiting on the shuttle, and I got jumped. I double jumped and said, "King me," and they said, "Oh, you jumping, huh? You want to jump?" And 3 dudes just jumped my ass right in the lobby.
Wow.
And by the time the shuttle was gone, they was gone. I was all disheveled and grabbed my little bag and flew to the next.
But it was good music playing in the background.
All day. Motown.
All day.
Mo. Speaking of Motown, we got 3 more spots left. Give it to me.
Man, I had one, then the gummy kicked in. I forgot that fast, man. I had a good one. Oh, the next one, the Chargers. Not because they obnoxious or rude. They don't even show up for their own team.
Wow.
They don't.
How many times? Fans.
How many times we watched the Charger game and nobody was in the stands?
Well, you know what, Mo? You say that, Mo, you got to put a land in it.
Wow, hold on now. Hold on.
No, I ain't holding on. You got to. He talking about not showing up for your thing. You got to put a land in it.
My man. Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, ATL Talent says, hey, we're working on the top 10. Mike Sean, you got the last spot. Let me tell you what we got. Top 10 worst NFL cities, teams, fans. Cleveland, Philly, Broncos, Saints, New England, the Raiders, Detroit, the Chargers, and Atlanta. You got number 10, Mike Sean. Go.
Carolina.
Ooh.
Break that down. Why so?
I mean, Carolina's probably. When have they been a successful city? When it comes to football or basketball. I mean, let's be real. We gonna kill Cleveland I know Rodney be going hard. But when has Carolina been? They've been to one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They ain't been to no NBA Finals. They ain't been to no.
I've been getting the Panthers and the Jaguars mixed up.
Wait. Carolina did win the NHL one time. Didn't they win the hockey?
Damn. All right, that don't count. That don't count.
And they got a black player on their team, on their hockey team.
They do. That don't count, Rodney. That don't count.
It doesn't count at all. All right, guys. Hey, great show today, man. Mike Sean, you right in time to tell people how to stay in touch. Mike Sean, how do we stay in touch, bro?
At Mike Sean Comedy, and shout to everybody who came out to the taping. So I was late. My bad. I'm in Dallas right now. But thank God, Dallas lost. As I was in Texas Live, sitting there watching everybody deal with what they had to deal with.
Good stuff, man. How you doing, Mike?
I'm good. Like, everything's good.
Okay. Mo, how are you?
Rodney hit me like my uncle.
I'm good. Listen, I just want to take this time to shout out talent. I was watching Kevin Hart and Chris Rock do an interview with each other on the show Heart to Heart, and they were talking about who's that comic, and they talked about you. They were like, Talent's that guy.
Yeah, the guy you don't want to follow.
Yeah, and I want to shout out Mike Sean because I was listening to you. What's that? 360.
Media room.
Yeah, the media room, and you was interviewing Fred Hammond. I was like, that was so dope. That was so dope. What did he say? If the check ain't blue, the page ain't true. That was so dope. I was interviewing Fred Hammond. So shout out to both of y'all, man. Good to be co-workers with you.
Wow,
thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
I mean, we loosely use that word worker. Anyway.
It's work. We just don't make it look like work. We make it look easy. But this is work. We just make it look easy, player. Come on, Pippin.
Indeed. Talent. How do we stay in touch, bro?
Listen, follow your boy on Instagram, Talent the Comedian with a DA, Talent the Comedian. It's just comedy on Twitter, NY King Talent on Facebook. Follow your boy, man. It's going down again. This weekend we got the ski trip. Mike, you know what those are like.
You already know.
I need to go to a ski trip. I've never been to a ski trip.
I've never been to a ski. I've never been on a ski trip either.
No.
You're right.
Stop acting shy. Stop trying to act like you don't know. No, you don't know. I
need somebody to remind me for some time. Hey, shout out to Frank Holder. He is getting some dental work done. Frank will be coming back with dentures on tomorrow. Hey man, great show. Thanks for chopping it up. Thanks for bearing with me and tolerating my mistakes here and there. We had a great night, great show, and box seats. Till next time.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
How do I turn this off? Oh,